Did you ever wonder what is the best age to get married? Did you ever was thinking, you know what? Everybody tells me I have to get married that and that time. Did you ever hearing what if woman or man is not married by that age? Oh, they must be, old woman or old man and all that. Do you ever was thinking if you got married, did you get married because you wanted or because you kind of felt pushed into it, or maybe you just felt left out, everybody got married and you not, or I better hurry up? I actually another day my nieces find my own 25 years of my first marriage, like say the only marriage really, and it was a videotape where actually you have to put in the videotape machine, but they made it digital. And yesterday and like today, actually yesterday I didn't want to watch in Valentine's Day my my marriage, like my wedding video, but it's already a long time like broke up. But actually today I pulled myself and I said, okay, I'm watching it. And the first thing what I noticed, oh my God, I was so young. We were so young. I was 21. And now when I'm looking, my child is 24. And no way he is ready. He would be ready for marriage. No way he can know what is needed to be a good husband and good wife, like, for woman. And I was 21. My sister was 23 of that time when I was getting married, and she already had girls who's already was 2 years old. I'm like, wow, we were so young. So I was just started thinking, hello. I was starting thinking, what is the best age to get married? And is it that age to get married? Is it like proper age? Is it there? Because I know by all society we are pushed to get married by some age. Hurry up, because you will be left out, or then his kids needs to be done. And then what do you think? If you can comment, write it down for me. What do you say, what is good age? Or maybe you can say what age you got married. Maybe that would be nice to know. What age did you got married? I was only 21. Actually, I only today I properly counted, because I kind of didn't want to count. Whatever, it's gone, it's gone. But when I looked, I was a child. Like, no way I could know how to look. Thank you. 27. That's lovely. That's nice. That's nice. That's very good age. 21. No way I would be good, knowing what to do. And you know what I noticed when I was getting married? I was really feeling pressure. I was not wanted to get married. No way. I was having my plans for getting my career as a fashion designer. I was already starting doing like learning for business kind of, and I was having me and two more dressmakers. We rented one place, three of us together, and I was working with them, and they were like, we was really having great time. And no way I wanted to be this married woman and have to not like sit at home, but I know then he was already like, let's have a babies and let's have this. And my mind was like, I want to little bit, after finishing my design college and all, I wanted to be a designer and I wanted to think about it. And I know by my friends, when they getting married straight away, kids straight away, this, and you're forgetting about your dreams. Well, I noticed on my friends, they forgot about them dreams. Because when they got married, the family got first. And that's exactly what happened to me. But actually something in me was screaming, no way, no man will stop me, no any marriage will stop me. But actually you know, I did not felt I was ready, but I was pushed into it. And I know that because actually the churchman was asking me, "Are you sure you want to get married?" And I know, I remember, I'm like, "No, I don't." But I kind of did not want to tell him, like, I don't know him. And the same time, I don't want to tell him because my that time man was standing next to me, and I think he was a little bit, "Oh yeah, she wants to," like it's nearly telling, instead of me thinking, "Oh yeah, she wants to, that's why we're here." He was nearly angry what he asked, like how could nobody wants to get married, because everybody of my friends was already married. And like I said, my sister was already had two girls, like she had twins, so one time done. But like, definitely, when I'm looked today, I was like, oh my god. And actually, I think that got me understand I was not married to be, and no way I would be a good wife. And I wasn't, probably because I was just all I was thinking about sewing. And I remember he was mentioning care 100 times. All you care about your sewing, because that's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to be somebody's wife and be good girl, like sit at home and kind of cook dinner. And I still don't want to do that. Okay, I'm a little bit different. But actually, um, scientifically, and actually was done some surveys, what people was asking for people, for young people, for other people, what do you think, what is the best age to get married? And actually, only 2% said, "I want to get married under 20." Crazy. I mean, crazy. I don't know. Am I now is still good? Why would be? No, I am. I am. I'm no now. I'm a little bit more. But when I'm looking at that child with that beautiful white dress, and actually I looked really good, and I can still say, like being after age, like years, like 25 years, you could say, "Oh my God, what have I put on? Oh my God, that's terrible." I really looked good. Like my dress was like small little waist, like, and puffy sleeves. It's like bit not very good quality. I was really actually wanted to do a screenshot, but I couldn't because it's not the best quality. So, but I really love it. I love my hair done, I love my short veil, and I really look very good. I'm really happy with myself. I kind of completely forgot how I looked. And it was in winter, was minus 20 something. The poor churchman was all frozen, his nose was leaking, we was all freezing. Why? I was not even pregnant to get married in minus 20 something. Like crazy. We couldn't wait till summer. And I know that was pressure again. But anyway, many people saying, actually 17% of people who was asked what time would be good to get married, do you think? They were saying about 17% was saying 2025. And I would say, okay. But the most, 45% actually saying what would be the best time to get married is 26, 30 years old. And when I'm thinking now, 30 years old, I was a little bit more mature. I was a little bit more understanding what is important in family, but probably because I had unhappy family, like unlucky marriage from first time. But I know many beautiful kind of couples who actually still with their own husbands and all that, and they fine. Like I know the beautiful couple. They actually sweet child, like from school, what they're saying, sweetheart from school, and they got married and they have 3 kids and they living. She looks happy. I don't know. I never asked, but looks okay, and definitely not thinking about any separations. And actually, only 1% said 36-49 it's the best time to get married. I would say maybe not like a first time. I would say maybe for the children, to get making children, that's maybe not kind of that time. And that's why is the problem, I think, in our life with having this, especially women, we having this clock ticking. And this is kind of a little bit really annoying because it is pressure. Hurry up, let's do it. And then because of the pressure, we get into the wrong hands, or we making some decisions where they actually not that healthy in the future. But actually, more and more I live my life, more I understand and I know, like, for sure, all things whatever happened in our life, they was showing us get ready for something better, because look, this is not good, but life, it could be a lot better. And actually now how I living my life now, I can say just because I know what is good for me now, because I know what is not good for me and what to avoid and what you don't do. So now I know what to do. So that's kind of like it's showing red light on the traffic light and showing the green light. It can be always green because, wrong. And it can be always red. It has to be sometimes red and then sometimes green and sometimes yellow for us to see which one we should be going. And that's kind of is life as well. And actually 10% said, I don't want to get married at all. Imagine. And it is more. Actually, today I was really looking into statistics and what is saying and what is really danger for divorces and what is that. So actually, more younger you get married, more higher level you get divorce. And I am one of that percentage, one of that kind of scientific proven, that's for sure, of that statistics. Because just I was too young. Oh my God, when I look today, I'm like, this child, how would she know? Like, we didn't finish any school or something, how to be a good wife. Did you? Like, just wondering, did you ever went in somewhere where, where you would be said and told and taught how to be a good wife? Or I'm not talking about cooking. I already knew how to good cook actually from 7 years old, because my mom was actually always working, and because dad passed away very fast, very quick, we needed to look and cook, and mom was working all the time. So me and my sister, I was 7 years old, she was 9, and we was cooking dinners on gas cooker. I can't even understand how we survived, how we didn't burn the house, how we didn't. But we didn't. We did what was not need to be, what was told, and we survived and we lived and we learned. Cooking is no problem and all that, but how to understand? Because when I'm looking now, I don't even knew who I am. I knew I am a fashion designer, but I knew that from 7 years old again, because this was my biggest dream, and now I'm living my dream, But that time I don't even knew what really I want in my life. Who is supposed to be good wife, a good husband for me? So I'm just wondering, if you are the one who's actually pushed into get married and not feeling this is the right person, or is having little doubt, let's have a chat. And I never will tell you, don't get married to this one. I really only talk, what do you want? And is that person matching your needs and wants? But at the same time, actually, again, scientifically, and all data and everything was showing what many women getting married because of financial problems, and actually financial securities. Because many women know what, if I want to get house, if I want to be looked after, I better get a husband, because that's what normally happens. Man normally supposed to kind of help provide or something like that. And that's what many women looking by money, by do they have a house, or maybe they have a planned house or something. Only then, they looking, okay, I need to get married because, I don't want to stay in family. And that's another big issue and push for women. And I know many of that, they actually want to get out from the family, and they getting married just whatever who will get them out from this family. Because sometimes, as you know, if it's like families and maybe there are some problems in family, and maybe, young women especially feeling like, I can't live in here, I'm actually only doing this, and my mom not allowed to do me nothing, and da da da. So this husband is like an escape plan from the family what they living in, and many many other parts were actually not a real love. And that's what I was really surprised, not like surprised, I'm not surprised. I was definitely was getting married for love. We're not pregnant, we was not pregnant at all, and I was getting married in winter, like minus 20 something, like I think 25 was, or 8, I think it was, like this number was really mad. Like, we got married December 28, and after 2 years I had the baby, and his birthday is December 28. It was outside about minus 28. Definitely, I know now, like I know that because it was very cold. Was nearly 30 degrees. Like, it was freezing. It was snow. It was like half of my guests could not arrive because so much snow, and they was coming from different country, actually, from Poland, because many of my friends was working in Poland. And it's just like crazy crazy things happens when you look at the numbers. And maybe when I'm looking now, maybe numbers was saying something, or maybe not, because my child had a birthday after 2 years, like it's just so much interesting things happened. But that 28, 12, 8, it was like something interesting. But now I'm wondering, what is this number saying? But the biggest point is, do you really feel you fall in love and you got married by love, and you got really married and knowing what do you do? Like, was really make me think, to like today, I definitely did not want to get married. I did love him, but I not was feeling I'm ready for it. I had so many wanted to do's, and actually he was the same. He wanted to do a lot with his friends, with his, so in the end he was getting parties and parties, and in the end when I got pregnant, I could not go to have a parties and he could. So that's why it kind of was our separations of the roads. And of course, then he went more alcohol, and I left with my child. And that's why it was kind of issues, I think, because we not was finishing living our young age lives. Like, when I'm looking now, my son, he going in college, he's going on holidays with the college friends, with the workers, with the, he have so much interesting life. I can't see him living at home, like, being married and like looking after wife and doing good career and everything. Like, I can't even imagine. I think he's so young now, and I was even younger. So, what do you think? What is the best age would be to get married? Or is it age having the importance when you're getting married? Because what I was thinking, it was not probably was so much as age, but of course, younger we are, less mature we are. But actually, I think I was just so much looking at who am I? What do I like? What do I want it to be next? I didn't see the red flags where it was. He was very, very jealous. And when you're young, you think if the man is jealous, he loves you. No. That's just a very not funny thing when somebody over jealous, and if you late 5 minutes you will be screamed, abused, and actually you could be really not nice, having a lot arguments, and the next day you will be watching your phone, watching your minutes to make sure you're not late, because it will be another and another. So believe me, when you have someone over jealous, that's not right at all, and there's no love in there, believe me. No way. So what I just wanted to kind of ask you, many people saying, oh, I want to get married and all that, but do you really ready to get married? Do you really know what is involved to be together with two people? But I'm looking now, oh my God, it's seriously not, I was not ready. I know, but I know now what I know now. I don't even knew what I'm doing. And definitely I did not was thinking I want to wear my white dress. No, because actually I was renting out. It was brand new. It was very nice, but I rent it out and hang it back and forget about it, kind of say. But marriage of the age, I think it's not so much is important as much am I ready? And when I'm looking at, like, trying to remember, and I was looking actually today on the all this kind of scientifically what is better age and all that, and actually was Indian and the Muslim and all that kind of things comes up, and they really saying younger girl is the best. And I think, but this is just my own theory, okay? I think more younger we are, men having more power to control. And when I'm looking on my own, definitely I was so controlled. I was so seriously. And I think I was like brainwashed when I was on that age. And when you are that age, when you are young, it's a lot easier to do that for a young woman. Then now somebody would say that what he was saying for me then, I would just laugh. you know, like, you're joking. As that time I was really believed in everything. And I think more when I looked at the numbers, how much young girls getting married of, of other cultures and all, I think it's just because it's a lot easier to control the woman, young girl of that age, and then she got used to that. Actually, for me to break out from my chains, like, kind of, and blockages, took me a lot of power to get out with the baby on your hands. As I know, with many of them young girls, no way they could do that because they know where to go, and seriously, it was really need to be thinking, where should I go? And I think that's nearly feels like younger you are, harder for you will be to be a strong woman. As men probably will be more controlling. I could be wrong. I was just really thinking why, like, why so many young girls getting married. And like I said, is many times for the financial, for the escape from the family, sometimes just whatever. And I have many clients who are actually saying, I really want to just run out from my family because I just hate it. La, 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 la. And like I said, another big thing is financial. And like, it's so many things, but then we trapping ourselves and then it's not so easy escape. So that has really made me think, what is the best age to get married? Or is it age is the importance? And now more I'm looking, I think it's not age is mostly important, but your maturity and understanding of life comes with age. So if I would be looking at me who I am now, I probably would want it about 30 years, not 21. But it's so interesting. It's got me thinking today when I seen my old video of my marriage of 25 years old video. I was just 21. I was in shock, actually. It was all in my mind, but I didn't see it. When I seen it, I actually was, oh my God. And actually in that DVD was about 10 people, and it was only about 30 people in my wedding. We didn't have a huge one because I don't like this big weddings, but it was like about 30 people and about 10 of them already gone. And that was another shock. It was actually very emotional for me to see my mom, to see actually many other people who's already gone, like his mom and dad and his brother. Actually, he committed suicide in different country and another. It's like, oh my God, like, it shows how life is going and not waiting. And that's what I nearly feel, okay, maybe we're waiting for something, but actually it's no needed to wait because time is going and life is going. So if you can just think, what do you think is the best ages to get married? Or maybe at what age did you got married and you think that was a good age? Like you knew what you want, you was ready for it. As I know I was not ready at all. Like no way. Oh my God, no. And I know my me knew I don't want to get married. Oh my God. But I was very pressurized. I was. Because his dad was getting sick and his mom was just after cancer. So he wanted to get married when both of them still alive. And we actually got divorced and they're both still alive. Not anymore, of course, but when we got divorced, they still both of them was live. So it was really didn't save any kind of things. But it's just really, really interesting how are we living and how we pushed in situations when we being too young, too silly billies. And do you felt on your marriage, if you are married, you want to get married? Like this is the one, and this is like, I don't know. It's just so many questions for me rise up, like really, really interesting day. And of course I was in tears because I was crying because I seen too many and I seen my mom and it was very emotional kind of to watch it. But raised a lot of questions for me. What is the good age to get married? And is it age really gets us, or do we need to get more here, mature, more understand life? Do we need to finish some school or something? Oh my God, no, life is the school. But it's just really rise up for me so many questions. So what do you think? What age would you think we should be get married? Or is it age is important? Or is it something else is important when we're getting married? And did you stay with your man or woman? Like, it's just so many questions. Well, anyway, thank you so much. I could think in here hours and hours. Thank you so much for your time and being and actually really listening my nonsense maybe, but really was very interesting day. I was all up and down and emotions and all and questions and all. Like it's just really was interesting flash back to my life. And it was very, very interesting to see it myself. Child getting married. Oh my God. I wish you all the best. And I talk to you tomorrow. And I think I want to kind of a little bit more look into it in this. What makes us to get married? Why do we need this at all? Who decided what we do need to get married? And what is this marriage? Because I notice many people don't want to get married. Why they don't want to? And again, so many questions rise up. And like I am now, we are yesterday was 6 years together with my man. And actually, we said we will get married. We are getting married. We don't have a date yet. And that's another kind of question. 6 years, and probably because it's a later kind of in our life, we're not so much pushed as we was in the first marriage. And that's another, question. Why are we not so much pushed when we are a little bit later than first married? Oh, you have to get married. No way we would be living together, not married and having kids. So many interesting, and it's all by society, like kind of frames and all kind of someone telling us how to do and what to do. It's just interesting. Who is controlling our lives? And that's why I'm kind of said, I will do whatever I want to and wherever I want to. Now we're walking pilgrim walk, then we'll do it fashion show, then it's like we have a lot to do. And the marriage, I'm not pushed now. Not for us then. We was needed to get married. Oh my God. So it's again, is it society pushing us to get married or not find your love? I think that's where it's difference. Anyway, I could talk in here forever, but it really, really rises my mind a lot today. What is this marriage and when is the best? When do we know when we're ready? I know my man now when I'm living with 6 years together, and I knew it from the first date nearly, because I knew what I want and I got what I want. I don't know, so many questions. I talk to you tomorrow, and if you have any question, please do send me, and we will talk together incognito. I don't have to mention your name, but it's always good to know what maybe you have some question, because this is really today I was full of questions. I'm sending you loads of love, and I talk to you tomorrow.